Hello, good morning. In the earlier lecture, we have seen what is inside a process statement. Inside a process statement, you will find different types of sequential statements. Now we will see one by one these statements. It is a part of behavioral modeling. Now which are these sequential statements which you can use inside a process? The first one is a variable assignment statement. Actually, variables can be declared and used inside a process statement. Variable value is assigned using a variable assignment statement, and the typical form is shown over there. Variable object colon equal to expression. Please see that colon equal to is called as a variable assignment operator. Next is signal assignment statement. Again the syntax is very simple. Signal object. Now it is a less than equal to expression. Whatever less than equal to you see over here, don't read it as a less than equal to. It is an assignment operator used for signal assignment statement, and you must read it as expression assigned to signal object. Okay, never read it as less than equal to. Here there is an after delay clause is also over there. You can put after delay also, that is you can assign a value to a signal after certain value also, certain time also. Next is a wait statement. There are three different types of wait statement. One is wait on sensitivity list, wait until boolean expression, and wait for time expression. The first part we have seen the process statement. If we don't write the sensitivity list of a process in a bracket, then inside process we must have the wait on sensitivity list. Wait until boolean expression means this will be a condition. Your system, your execution will get suspended. Your execution will get suspended unless and until the boolean expression will come to true. Similarly, I have given certain examples also, and you can combine all these three wait on condition also, such as wait on sensitivity list, until boolean expression, for time expression. You can have any combination of these three also. Some examples are given. That is a wait on ABC. System will suspend unless and until there is an event on ABC. Wait until A is equal to B. The system will suspend, or the execution will get suspended till your value of A equal to value of B. Wait for 10 nanosecond. By default you have to means the system no execution will be over there for 10 nanosecond. Wait on clock for 20 nanosecond means it will wait for clock as well as it will check for does the clock is for 20 nanosecond or not. Like that you can use a wait statement also. Next, if statement. If is very important statement, and a syntax is similar to that of your C language. If boolean expression, then you have to write what you want to do. The sequential statements will be over there, and there might be the else clause is over there. Whatever the else you want to use, you can use the else also, and end if. See a very simple example. Examples are also given. A very simple example, that is if sum is less than equal to 100, then sum is assigned sum plus 10. Listen over here. If in bracket whatever sum less than equal to 100, the language will understand that it is a boolean expression, and at this moment it will be the conditional operator. Okay, it is not a signal assignment operator. It is always a less than or equal to, means you may say a condition checking is over there. That's why this is less than equal to operator. And in the second example, actually there are two different types of let us say coins or anything which you consider. Their condition is given. If nickel in, then deposited its total 10. Now see over here, when I say if nickel in, means now it is checking nickel is your Boolean expression, and your statement part is telling deposited less than equal to total 100, total 10. Actually in this case the less than equal to will be an assignment operator, and that is a signal assignment operator. Okay, and else if clause is written, the similar thing is over there at the end. Else clause is also taken in this example, and you can write endf. I can give another example also. Suppose that if I want to write the VHDL code for an AND gate, then how I can write? If A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1, then Y is assigned 1, else Y is 0. This is a simple behavioral code for a AND gate. AND gate working is similar like that. Next statement, case statement. The format of case statement is given with the help of an example. Case expression is. Now see, the expression may be anything, and for that expression there might be different conditions, and for every condition what the sequential statements are over there, you have to write over there. Okay, means case expression is when choices, now after choices, now it is not equal to greater than, it is not equal to greater than, it is a part of syntax of case expression. See carefully, you see over there, when you write case expression is when choices, now it is equal to greater than, but here equal to greater than is not a operator, rather here it is a part of syntax, and after that you have to write a sequential statements. Similarly for all the choices you write the whatever you want to do, and at the end you should write over there what when others, again your sequential statement is over there. At the last there must be end case, a very simple syntax for a case statement. There is another statement, that is a null statement, which is doing nothing. Another example, loop statement. Actually loop statement is used to iterate any set of sequential statement. Means whenever you want to repeat a certain thing for a predefined time, then you use a loop statement. And we know that we have a very good example of, let us say if I want to go for factorial of any number, then what I will do, I will first multiply with 2, then I will multiply with 3, then I will multiply the same with 4. Means what, I have to iterate through a loop, and every time I have to increase the n. The same thing is possible with the help of a loop statement. Actually here the first part is a syntax of loop statement. Whenever you go for a syntax, there is a loop label, and now you have to specify the iteration scheme, and then there is a keyword loop, and after the keyword loop you have to write a sequential statement which you want to execute, and at the end you have to write end loop, and at the last you have to write loop label. There are different types of iteration schemes are over there. Here two iteration schemes are shown. The first iteration scheme is a for iteration scheme, and second iteration scheme is a while iteration scheme. For a for iteration scheme is for identifier in range, means whatever the variable you are going to take, for that variable you have to specify the range. The example is given. Initially this is not a code, this is a part of VHDL code. That's why you will not see any architecture, you will not see any entity, you will not see the keyword begin. This is a certain part inside an architecture. The factorial is 1 initially, and here now it is a for iteration scheme, and the identifier is a number, and its range is 2 to n, and then the loop keyword is being written, and there is only one statement written in the sequential statement part. and that statement is factorial is assign factorial into number. Means initially the value of factorial is 1. When you start iterating this loop, the value of number will be 2 initially. First it will take the value 2. Means when it will come out of this loop or first iteration, the factorial will definitely have the value 2, because initial value is 1. 1 into number is 2, means factorial will be assigned the value 2 when it ends the first iteration. In the second, it will take the value 3. Now already factorial has the value 2 and number has value 3, means it is 2 into 3 will become 6, and when it will iterate it second time with the value 3, the factorial will store the value 6. When the value of n, or when it will take the value 4, at that time it is already 6. Factorial is already 6 and number is 4, means 4 into 6, it is 24. And if somewhere else, if you define n is equal to 4, when it will come out of this loop, the factorial will have the value 24. That's why it will give you the factorial of a number. Similarly, below iteration scheme is a while iteration scheme is being shown over there. Okay. This loop will get continue till the value of j is less than 20. Whatever it may be, it will go on continue. But inside a loop we have written one instruction, that is j is assigned j plus 3. Quite obvious, whenever it will iterate, the value of j is initially 0, then it will become 3 and it will go on increasing. Like that you can use a loop statement. These are the statement used inside a behavioral modeling style. Okay, thank you.